let's discuss with C# and .NET. Okay. Intro definitions. C# is I am going to be clear, but I'm going to be a little bit maybe fast. If you have any question, you can interrupt me directly, or if you want to add some things, it's totally okay. You can interrupt me directly. That you can uh, talk. It's no problem. Okay, C# is a programming language on computer science, is a language that is used to write software programs, and C# is object-oriented and type-safe programming language. And C# is open source, simple, modern, flexible, and versatile. Type safety means that the compiler will validate the types while compiling and throw an error if you try to assign the wrong type to a variable. For example, here that we created a string here, and if we try to assign one, that the integer, and the editor will inform us and it will show squiggly red line for this error because there is type error. We assigned as a string. It is uh, statically typed programming language C#, like Java, that we have to define the type string, int, or boolean, or any others. It's important, and here also that you can see that we defined that the foo as an int, and then we try to assign as a string value, and then editor Visual Studio will show an error. And of course, it is also that you can choose any other editor. It's totally okay. But I am going to use that Visual Studio, and I strongly recommend to use Visual Studio because C# is Microsoft product, Visual Studio also Microsoft product, and later we are going to install MS Server. It is also Microsoft product, and GitHub, and of course that the Azure, all of these Microsoft products, and they works each other perfectly. And everybody use Windows or Mac? Anybody that use Macs? Yeah, if you have problem that we can discuss later, of course, okay, that's just a thing. Okay, C# is a part of .NET, and C# is the main language of the .NET development. It's important, and C# is the programming language developed and launched by Microsoft in 2001. Why we choose it? That the modern and easy, fast and open source, cross-platform, safe, versatile, and evolving. You can get more information, of course. And the .NET is a true unified development platform that allows developers to build applications for cloud, web, desktop, mobile, gaming, Internet of Things, and of course AI. Later, of course, that we are going to continue with .NET part, ASP.NET Core, and we are going to create the web application. Of course, that we are going to creating that we are going to use entity framework. We are going to use the MS Server and so on. Uh, yes, you can get more information also about .NET. Yeah, before that they used .NET Framework for Windows and .NET Core for also for all platforms. And now we are going to continue with .NET Core. It is for all platforms, for Mac, for Linux, and mobile also that they Xamarin, and so on. Why use C#.NET? Yes, it is correct. It derives its characteristic from its predecessors like C and C++. And today, actually, that it released .NET 9, and what we are going to use .NET 8. Let me go back to this link, and let's see what we have here. And it is .NET, the C# 12 and 13 version is here. You can see it is the latest version. Yes, it's updated for .NET 9, but I think we are going to use .NET 12, C Sharp 12, and .NET 8. Let's see here also that with this link, let's jump to this link, and here you can see that the release .NET 9, but it is preview version. We are going to use that the .NET 8. It is latest version, long-term support, and it is active, and it will support until November 10, 2026. Uh, yes, and then let's continue. Yes, it is general purpose programming language used to build different types of programming and applications. Yes, we are going to start using console application, and later we are going to develop web application that we are going to use a web API, and you can of course develop games, desktop applications, mobile applications, database applications, VR applications, and so on. Visual Studio Community that we are going to use, that today you already installed it. It's very easy to use, and it added a integrated development environment is used to edit and compile code. You can get more information, of course, if you need about it. That I already shared some links, and you can get from YouTube or Google, or yeah, from internet. And yes, installation that we discussed about it, that you can change um, that the option using tools, options, dark or font size, any other things. CW, it's short way that the creating console.write line. Write line is command for show information on screen on the console, that we are going to use console.write, or we can use console.write line. But shortcut for console.write line, it is CW. And then you can press enter or tab key. Okay, .NET code structure, it is that when we use that the .NET 5, when we created a project, it comes with this code, with this template actually. Yeah, it is now, it's hidden actually from .NET 6. This part, this code, this template is hidden. If you want to show it, that you can, when you create your project, just that you need to select, and then you can show this template. But actually that we don't need to show it, that we are going to write just directly over code, and we are going to run our code, and we are going to see the result first on console application, and later of course that we are going to use um, web application. It is when we create a project, then it will start automatically that the program.cs extension of C# file is CS, and this code to be created firstly automatically, and then we are going to write over code. C# rules that the codes are executed from top to bottom and from left to right, and every C# statement and ends with a semicolon. C# is case sensitive. It means that the my class, this first one, and the second my class is different variable name that will be different. And the C# is case sensitive, and strings are written between double quotes. It is main C# rules, write line or write, that we can use when we want to show the information on the console, on the screen, that we can use write line method or write method, that the console together with console.write line or console.write. Here, what's the difference between them? Here, the example, the first code and the second code that used with the write line to that the next information to be shown on the next line, that will start on the next line. But if you use that the write, then next information to be shown on the next of the line here, that together. Uh, let's see that the hello world here, that the first line that will show this one, and I will print on a new line, it will be here because that we used right line. And then this information will be next line, will start from next line, that the hello world, and then this information will be on the next after this hello world here that I will print on the same line. It is the differences between right and right line. Just a minute, I will change my table. Just a minute. Yes, I need to sit and okay.